I don't think that would have been too broken. Anyway, Kozilek's Predator. It's pretty amazing, so definitely take him really high. Leaf Arrows, really solid. But you'd probably leave it in your sideboard. Living Destiny. So it's really good at what it does. Anyway, Living Destiny is terrible. Don't play it, please. Might of the Masses seems okay. Especially with all the Eldrazi tokens floating around, it could get pretty insane. So I'll definitely take that reasonably high. Momentous Fall is really good and limited. I don't think it's going to be a constructed card of any note. Some people think it's really good, but it's just too much setup, too expensive, awkward. It's just not going to work. But in limited, quite good. Moldiah Channelers, definitely really good and limited. Not sure if it's ever going to be a constructed card though, probably not. Naturalize should be solid enough and limited. Nima Silt Lurker, really solid and limited. Pretty big for its casting cost. Nest Invader is quite solid. Ondu Giant, quite solid. Overgrown Battlement, really good. Palaka Worm is pretty insane, so take him pretty highly. If I'm in heavy green, probably take him over most of the other creatures. Praise Vengeance, quite solid. Realms Uncharted, unplayable unlimited probably. And then constructed, probably not that great either. Snake Umbra seems quite solid because of the totem armor. Probably one of the better Umbras. Spider Umbra seems kind of weak, but still fine enough. Still something that if they bounce your creature with Regress, you're going to regret having played a lot of horrors. Sporecap Spider seems fine as another one of the really defensive creatures. 1/5 is really good. Stomper Cub seems really good, better than the Nima Silt Lurker. Tajura Preserver, fine, just a filler card. Here's probably the card that I'm most annoyed about in this set, which is Vengevine. It's 4 for a 4/3 haste. Whenever you cast a spell, it's the second creature spell you've cast this turn. You can return Vengevine from your graveyard to the battlefield. So why is this guy so annoying? First of all, he's really just aggressive right off the bat, and then he can come back for free fairly easily. Maybe not that easily, but he's monocolored, he's 4 mana, he's not legendary. I could easily see this guy being a 4-of in a lot of decks, and if that becomes the case, he could easily just be like a $40 or $50 card. Because he'll go in Jund, he'll go in Naya, he'll go in mono green. So that's definitely not good. And just kind of breaking all the rules of what a mythic card should be, right? Based on what Wizards said. I think it was Rosewater talked about it, saying they didn't want to print staple cards. So I mean, at this point, you're just kind of waiting for them to start printing, staple lands. Celestial Colonnade, the mythic instead of the rare, right? It's almost like the Wizards said, okay, well, what's the most popular and influential card in Standard? Oh, Bloodbraid Elf, right? So how do we make a card that's a lot like Bloodbraid Elf, and then we can print it as a mythic? So it'll be, just as popular going forward, and will be somewhat guaranteed or assured that it's going to get a lot of play, just like Bloodbraid Elf did, at least after Bloodbraid Elf is gone, right? If not at the same time, probably at the same time. So what do we have here? We have 4 mana. They're both 4 mana. Bloodbraid is a 3/2 haste. This is a 4/3 haste. Bloodbraid gives you an immediate extra card. This one's a little bigger. This one can come back later, so it gives you the card advantage later. Just very, very much like Bloodbraid Elf. If you want to write Wizards a nasty email about this, I wouldn't be at all unhappy about that. Okay. I've got Wildheart Invoker here. Quite good. Definitely take that really highly. Just once you get up to 8 mana, all the invokers seem to be pretty insane. The invokers actually are going to prevent a lot of these slow defensive decks from working, because your opponents are going to get up to their 8 mana, and then if they have an invoker out, your defensive strategy is going to kind of crumble. So be aware of that.